Hi everyone, I'm Dar with the Healy Technology Report, and we're talking about Colony phone lines today and the costs associated. So we've been doing Colony phone lines for about 6 years now. We're continuing to try and reduce the cost to make sure everybody doesn't pay more than they need to. And from the start, what we've done is inter-colony calling, colony direct dial. And so for us, when you use our lines and you make a call, we pay per second. That's how all the our plans work, that we pay out, and then we pass those costs on. And so that's one of the reasons the calls are structured that way. From the start, we set up inter-colony calling or colony direct dial, and that's on different infrastructure where we are not paying per minute. We pay for the servers and the data center costs and the bandwidth costs and things like that. And we've always said, first 2 lines are free. Every line after that for inter-colony calling is $15, but we've never ever charged anybody for that. And for all of you that have been using it, I don't think we're going to be charging you for that. Now, I need to help you make better use of those inter-colony lines. And some of the things that we've done is we've looked at the wakes that have happened for the last couple months, like 4 or 5 months, and we've made a list of all the wake numbers. And I've followed up with the major provider of those wakes, which is Listen to Church, and Robert from Wolf Creek Colony is involved with that. So I've reached out to Robert and the other server people and said, listen, there's a better way for us to do that, and we are no longer routing those calls directly through the public telephone network, but just over the internet to them. So the number stays the same, and we've been able to reduce costs with that. But we've also created colony direct dial numbers for that, and I'm going to bring that up right away to show you how that's done. But we're recommending that everybody use colony direct dial numbers for calling those wakes, because there is no per minute charge. So you get a higher quality audio for that, so you can hear the wake better. But also the cost of the wake, there's no per minute charges. And over the last 4 or 5 months, that's been a big chunk of the calling costs for each and every colony. So I'm going to show you how to do that. For the other wakes, there's some wakes that are not using the Listen to Church and Wolf Creek, and I've made a list of those, and I've reduced the calling cost on that by about 30%. I mean, we get charged for every second of every call that goes out to those conference calls, so we do end up rebilling that as a per second call, as with all our plans are, but we've been able to reduce the cost on those ones. So that's good. That's going to save a bunch of money. And we've also made a list of all of the top destinations for colonies, and they tend to be other colonies. And so we've made a list of all those destinations, and we're strongly recommending that people use the colony direct dial, the 7-digit inter-colony number, because that's going to save you a lot of money. And I'm going to be following up with colonies individually to see what we can do to help bring those costs down. So I'm going to jump in and show you my screen and go through some of this. Please reach out to me by email or phone, and I can go through this with you in person. I'm Dar. Hold on, let's flip over to sharing my screen. All right, so here are the numbers. Now I'm going to send these out to you in an email so you can easily copy and paste, but these are numbers that have been used for wakes in the last 6 months. We've created dedicated colony direct dial numbers for them, so you can call if someone sends out this 206-636-0740, instead of dialing that number from your home or shop, dial this number instead, and that's going to save you a lot of money. So for all of the Listen to Church colony wakes, this is the numbers that you're going to have to use. Now, some of the other wakes use other services that we don't have direct access to, so we've been able to lower the price per minute on those wakes by about 30%. Here's an example of one. Now, this is the other area, is we see a lot of calling from one colony to another colony, and this tends to be in order where most of the calls are between. So if you are calling High River Colony, you're dialing this number, we need people to be using this number as well to save money. When someone's calling out, and I'm going to be reaching out, like I said, to individual colonies about what the top call destinations are to see if we can help reduce those costs. Okay. This here is Listen to Church for How to Write Funeral 3. Robert at Wolf Creek. This is where you need to call, and he'll get you set up if you are doing a funeral or a wake. And then it's way less expensive for anybody else to be calling into your service that way. So please look at that. Now, here's another thing with the YayStar phone system. I've set up an outbound route here on this particular system. And so what I've put in is I've put in the wake numbers. These are the only wake numbers that are programmed. So if you put additional numbers in here, it's probably going to cause you problems. It only is these ones, and these ones are these 8 Listen to Church ones. So what's going to happen here is if you call these 8 numbers, I've done special routing so you can send them to direct dial. Like I say, only these numbers. Every other number is going to be rejected, and you're going to end up with problems. So it's going to send it to Colony direct dial, and then if for some reason you can't get through on Colony direct dial, then it's going to go to your second route, which still has a per minute charge on it. Okay, and so by doing this, when someone at a home or shop on your colony calls any of these 8 numbers, all of a sudden you don't have a cost associated with it, and that's what we want to do. So please look at setting this up as well. It's going to save you a ton of money, and stay tuned. Let other people know, please, about our phone lines, because we do want to help other colonies out. So if you got sister colonies or daughter colonies or whatever, please have them give us a call. I really appreciate that. Dar with Helia, call me if you do have questions, or send me an email. Email is usually easier to get a hold of me with. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.